Hello, we're going to go over DVD Studio Pro. I'm going to show you all about just some of the basics of DVD Studio Pro and how to make a menu as well as author your first DVD. Now, in the previous one, we went through Final Cut Pro into compressor, and then from compressor, we made two DVD files. Right now, I'm going to go over here to the assets, and I'm going to import two of both the audio and the video of some video that I have made. Now this is your track, slideshow, story, script, different views of your timeline, and then this will be the preview once we get something in there. The viewer. This will be the connections, to tell you where your menus and your tracks and everything is at. And then this is will be what your menu looks like, which we haven't created. And then you have over here. We'll switch this back to viewer. Graphical and outline, which is just two different ways of telling you where everything is going. We're going to have the menu point to track 1, and then tell it where else to go. So right now, what we're going to do is make sure that both the audio and video are selected. I'm going to grab them, drag and drop over to our video. Now I'm not entirely sure why I just added some markers there, but I'm going to go ahead and delete those and zoom back in. And if you want to click here in the etched, you can scroll back and forth and see what you see where you're at on the timeline. And if you want to make another chapter, you just click up in this gray area and it'll make chapter 2, click again, chapter 3, chapter 4. And one thing I want you to pay attention to is we're on chapter 4 right now. It brings up the marker over here in this viewer, and it says the name and gives you where it's based out of, and if you want it to wait before it plays that cue or whatnot. Well, what we're going to do is set the end to jump back to the menu. So we're going to go end jump, not set, scroll down to menus, menu 1, menu. And we can actually set that if we wanted to a different track. If we wanted to go back to chapter 1 and repeat, we could set it to do that as well. Well, we're going to send this back to the menu. Wait, there's no menu, so we're going to make a menu. Over here in the palette window, you'll see templates, styles, shapes, audio, stills, and video that you can import to go into your menu. We're just going to choose a template, save some time on the tutorial length, and grab this one, the frames, cover it, and hit apply. Now that we have applied it, we can see that we can select the company name here and type in whatever we want for the company name. And we have 8 buttons. So what we're going to do in this template, I'm just going to delete 4 of them. So we'll leave 4 for our chapter markers. And if you control click on one of the buttons, it'll bring up this window. Now, we have all different types of things to be able to do here, but what we're going to do is just send the target to track or chapter 1. So we're going to go target, we're going to tell it where to go. Target, track 1, chapter 1. Now, that button on our menu is now linked to chapter 1. And so control click, target, and you can send the second button to chapter 2. Control click on number 3, target, track, chapter 3. And the last time, button 4, target, tracks and stories, chapter 4. Now another thing, say it was like, whoops, made a mistake. We want another button on a template or wherever. You can actually select one, copy and paste it, and move it around. Say you want to have it lined up perfectly with the rest of them. It's locking into some of these the guides, the yellow guides, and when you have it, you can lock it in to wherever. It's all sorts of measurements, but we're going to get it to where it's locked in about the same as the rest of them. If it'll let me. There we go. Whatever. And we're going to send button 4, or button. It says button 4. You can double click on it, and we can change the name. not double click, but click once and then click again. There's a difference because if you double click, it'll bring it up. So I don't want to do that. Go to menu and just click, and you can change it. Now, what we're going to do is control click, and we're going to target this somewhere else. But first, we have to create another menu. We're going to go. We're going to target button 5 to the second menu, which we haven't made yet. Go over here, control click, and you can add a menu. So there's menu 2 with nothing in it. So let's grab a different template over here, pick any one you choose and hit apply. So this is our second menu, and it's just out there. What we're going to do is control click on button 1 and target that back to menu 1. And you'll see the little line here with the arrow. It says it's going to from menu 2 to menu 1. And then we'll also select button number 2 to go to chapter 1. So now it adds that it's also going to track 1. So you can go back to menu 1 or to track 1 from menu number 2. Now let's bring up menu. See, if you select over here in the graphical window, you can go different places that you have created different menus and different tracks. So we're going to go to menu 1 and go down to button 5, control click, target, and send that to menu 2. So menu 1 now goes to menu 2, menu 2 goes back to menu 1. You see how the arrows have changed? Tells you where they're going. Alrighty, now what we're going to do is you can grab some. Let's see if we can find a quick picture maybe on the desktop. Let's grab that. You can grab different audio and video or still pictures, and you can add them. And this little arrow is called a content, or it says content here. It's called a drop box. So we're just going to grab a JPEG that I just imported, and it's going to go set asset or create button. We can create a button to where you can click on any icons that you have made or whatnot. But right now we're going to go set asset, so that will be the background picture of this screen. That's just the JPEG that I grabbed, so it doesn't really matter what it is, but you see that there's something there. So now what we're going to do is check this. So we're going to go up here to simulate, and it is now simulating our menu. Button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click on button 5, should go to menu 2. Click on button 1, should go back to menu 1. Click on button 1 in menu 1, and it'll go into our video. And then to our chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. And click on menu, it goes back to menu. So it looks like our DVD works. So what we want to do now is burn it. And well, first we want to make sure that menu 1 over here, control click menu 1, make sure that first play is checked. Now what that means is when you stick the DVD in, that menu is going to be the first thing that plays. If you create a documentary or something and you want to sell an ad or do a special thanks to National Endowment for Documentaries Fund, make sure that they get theirs on there. You can actually create something that says that and make that first play. And then in the DVD, what you would link is that that advertisement before your menu, so that would show up first. But right now, we're just going to control click and make sure that menu 1 is at first play. It is. Go to build and format after you put your DVD in there. You can name it, and this chooses a source. You want the current source or whatnot, and then your drive if you have different ones. And you click build and burn. I don't have a DVD in there, so I'm not going to do that. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Hope this has been helpful. See you later.